Brand Podcast.
Well, hello. Oh, get ready for this. I'm sorry, and welcome. Get ready for this. Laura's here. This could be crazy tonight.
It's just us tonight.
Well,
Sorry, Vinny.
No, sorry, what?
Sorry, Vinny.
Oh, Vinny.
Yeah.
Oh, why? You don't think Vinny likes you?
Oh, I don't know.
My college roommate's name was Binny, Binny, because his last name was Binzak. So anytime I hear Vinny, I always think of Vinny.
I don't know. He just likes to pick on me.
He does?
It's not like I read the comments normally.
Yes, you do.
No, I
Fuck
have.
You had to.
No, I have, because that's why I know that Kim. I don't know her last name.
Okay.
But Kim is always like, I like Mark more. And that's when I'm like, me too.
I am sorry that this is going on.
I think it's funny.
No, you don't. That hurts. That's not nice.
Come on, it's me. You know I don't care.
I understand. Well, no,
because it's two completely different people.
I know what you mean, but it also is one of those things that kind of sort of stays with you a little bit, doesn't it? A little bit, like you remember it. Look, Laura, my entire life has been this, right? The reason I started the podcast is because I didn't know what else to fucking do when my world imploded on itself. Mm-hmm. So I go, all right, we'll try this. But those comments, I'm not going to say that they sting. I know exactly what you're saying. And it's very strange because I almost feel like you can't verbalize it. I'm aware of it. It doesn't bother me.
Oh, yeah,
but I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Like when you do a post, I always click on to see what clip you posted. Mm-hmm. And so then you just see like the top comments pop up.
Yeah, I don't.
And so that's where I see them. But there was one time somebody picked on me for how much I say like. And I know I did. And
there's a few people who
I even replied.
Why would you reply?
I was like, oh my God, I listened to it. And now I can't even stand listening to it. I don't care. But then there was someone else who said like how big my eyes are.
Well, that's actually a compliment. Because the worst thing to me is to have like a really
I just said
like a big nose. A big nose is not, or like me. I got a fucking island in the middle of my face. But the rest of it, that's fine. I think big eyes.
I don't care.
Big eyes are nice. That's fine.
I actually, and I've talked to you about some ideas for the podcast. I appreciate when people are more interactive. So I enjoy when I see like a little pop up and somebody comment something.
Yes.
Whether it's about me or completely anything different.
Probably the weakest area of the podcast would be because I focused so much in the beginning on making it. I didn't know what to do, right? Mm-hmm. So I just did what I did on the radio, but it was all audio. And what I'm learning is that so much of podcast is video. We have the cameras and we have the lights and we've done all that stuff, but to make that bigger in some way. And I haven't been able to do that. Those mm-hmm. numbers are like non-existent compared to the download numbers. They're like night and day. And I don't even like to talk about it because people go, oh, you're fucking full shit.
But I listen to so many podcasts. I love listening to podcasts throughout my days. And there is one specific podcast that I listen to whenever it's like, send us an email, or if they do a post and it's a questionnaire or a poll, like I love participating for some reason. Yeah. It makes me feel more connected to.
Well, it does. And that's the big thing. Right. Mm-hmm. And so that was always the idea with our show. I always believed, and I have no idea why, and this is so not anything I expected to talk about, but during COVID, everybody's day got shifted, right? You were working from home, so you probably didn't start. You had to be at work by 8:00 or whatever. Now it's 9, or you were leaving at 8 and you listened to the radio, whatever. So now more people, I was doing a midday talk show. A midday talk show in a market this size is unheard of because we don't have the long commute. The long commutes in New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago, Dallas, you would have midday talk shows there, because that's where people listen to long form radio. During COVID, our numbers shot through the fucking roof.
Really?
Yeah. I had like all kinds of corporate guys going, "Hey, congratulations," and whatever bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I knew what it was, but it was because the show was good. It was like really good, but people during the day, what are you doing? I'm running here, I'm running there. I got this. Now I'm stuck. And they really liked it.
Yeah.
And that's where I go.
A sense of normalcy.
Yeah. And it was like friends on the radio and people you could relate to. And so I know exactly what you're saying. And that's what podcasts have become for so many people is something that I can relate to. I said last night on the podcast, there were people who have said to me, they hate podcasts like mine because it's not like if you tell somebody I'm doing a podcast, what's it about? Okay, so a lot of them are niche, right? I'm true crime, I'm American history, I'm dinosaurs, whatever.
Yeah.
This is I don't fucking know.
I mean, people ask me like, how do you prepare?
You don't.
I say I don't. I show up.
You don't. You show up, and I like it that way. And I did all my radio shows pretty much that way. More were, and I guess it's bad because like. I should probably send out an email. And if I had more time and more stuff, I would send it to more people and say, hey, man, these are the things we're going to hit on. But most of the time, I like the true reaction. And that's why, this will be bad, I always enjoyed smart people. And I know that sounds a little silly, but
why is that silly?
Smart people can just keep up with you.
Absolutely.
Right? Laura has an opinion on this. Laura has this. I know this. And once I get to know you, I know what buttons I can push and not push. And I can make it look like I'm doing nothing. Yeah. I'm just sitting here. I may talk the least. I could give a shit. It's not like my ego. I don't care. Yeah. But I know what I'm setting up.
I had a client this week seriously say, you don't hold back on that podcast. And I was like, no, I tell it like it is. Because she has a friend who wants to start a podcast.
Okay.
This friend is going through a divorce.
Yep.
This friend had an open marriage.
Oh.
And a lot wants to spill the tea on her ex-husband.
Can we get her in?
She does not live around here. She's in DC.
Who gives a shit? I don't need her in. I can send her a link. Get her on the computer.
I probably could because
I
she wants to go famous.
I could help her do.
So I'll tell you who it is off air.
Yeah.
But this friend is concerned about what she'll put out there for her kids to listen to.
Well, okay. So that's a really big thing because I was even going to go a little bit there with you tonight.
Yeah.
Because you're very open. And I was going to play. I sat today. I go, oh, it's just going to be me and Laura because apparently is there a rift or a tiff that I'm not aware of? No, I'm dead serious.
No,
I'm dead serious. So I didn't know it was going to be you and me. I thought there was somebody else, but I wrote, would you rather? A would you rather for Laura.
Ooh, I like this.
Yeah.
Is this inspired by our text messages?
Yes, of course it is. Of course it is. But we're all over the place here. And I apologize because let me give a little backstory here. A little bit of backstory. So you know exactly where I am at this moment. I have a lot. Everybody has a lot. Everybody has a lot. I don't even like saying that I have a lot, but there's been a lot of shit going on. I'm moving in a couple of days, not far in the same. I like where I live. So
still the most stressful event you'd go through in life.
Well, Laura, I'm not even prepared for it. Financially, things are up and down and all over the place. And I've got, hey, can I get new sneakers? And can I this? And I get food and I don't even know. And last night when I get stressed out, I don't reach for the bottle. I reach for sugar. And I used to go when my kids were little. I lived a mile from what was a Rite Aid, and now it's a Walgreens or whatever. And I would go buy the pound bag M&Ms or the big bag M&Ms. I think it was a pound. I think it was 16 ounces M&Ms. I would practically finish that in the mile home.
Oh my God.
So I was fucking hot. Yes, it starts to taste bad. It starts to taste bad. Like you start to like, ew, it's not good. And I would get that sugar high and then I would crash hard. And sometimes I'd just like pass out with the kids climbing all over me. Last night, My son and I had a rough night before I came in here to do the podcast. And on the way home, I'm like, you know what? I'm going, and I went to Wegmans and I bought cookies with Reese's Pieces in them.
Okay.
So it was chocolate chips and the Reese's Pieces cups. I ate practically the entire box. And then I bought him Doritos. I practically ate all of that. He has white bread. I never eat the white bread. I always eat something else. I smeared, like natural peanut butter on 2 pieces of white bread, fold them in half, ate those, then a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Wait, I'm not done. Oh no, I'm fucking done.
M&M's Doritos, peanut butter sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yes, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Then, and the Doritos I had, and I think there was something else in there. I'm not remembering right now. And I have not eaten today because I can't eat for like 3 days. I got to get this out of my system. And on the way here, I'm like, it was another stressful day. I'm getting punched. It feels like I always equate everything to like fighting and boxing. It's kind of dumb. But I was like, God, man, I'm taking a couple of hits today. I think it's just me and Laura. And I'm going to buy a bottle of wine. It's already fucking empty. Laura had one. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And one of those days. And I wished I could go get another bottle. I could just go and drink all that. Can you
Instacart?
Yeah. Can you Instacart wine? Mm-hmm. Shut up.
Yeah.
This is real?
Yeah. You can. I actually Instacart from Century a lot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
because if I want like a whole,
yeah, but you can't do just a bottle.
From Century. You normally
like
can.
A case.
I'll look it up.
I need a case of one. Well, anyway, so that's where I was at, and I don't know why today I was like, I got a drink. I ran home, took my son, said to him, "Listen, man, I got podcast stuff." Some people have been sending me things going, "Hey, it's like wizardry." I know Doug was in there on Saturday because he took a picture and posted it, and we didn't put the episode out till Tuesday, but I put out the video then, as well, and it all worked out. But the fact that Kevin is not here tonight, let's get into that for just a moment.
By the way, I could Instacart, but the earliest it would get here is 8:15 p.m.
Yeah, we don't want that.
So we need a bottle now. Well, if Kevin wants to suck up, he can. So, okay, we know that Kevin and I have this love-hate relationship where he's one of my dearest people, but then we fuck with each other hard,
Yeah.
So leading up to the birthday party, he was all in. Then a few days before, he said that he didn't know if he'd be able to make it because of Tyler's golf sectionals.
His son, his son made.
So I'm under the assumption that golf sectionals is he's going and he's watching Tyler hit all 18 holes. He's there walking along the course like you're at the fucking Masters.
Yes.
And I was like, how long does that take? My party starts at 4, So then he texts while at the party.
Yeah.
And, I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
And then like on the following Monday.
But hang on. So at that point, but you're somewhat understanding. You go, I get it. Kids first, families first.
I was still fucking around with him. Like on Facebook, Matt had done this post, and that's when I, poked the bear, and I was like, "Well, Matt, we don't need as much food then if Kevin's not coming."
Holy shit, Laura!
Or I told Kevin, "Hey, isn't Sam in town? Send Sam in your place. He's over 18."
Yeah.
So Kevin and I fuck around with each other like that. Right. So then. He's probably sitting at home right now listening to this with his ass clenched so hard, and it's hilarious.
Well, stick a lump of coal up Kevin's ass, you get a diamond in a week.
But so he said, Tyler's golfing got moved up and everything.
Well, there was rain that day.
Yes. Rain delay, all this stuff. So I
sound very legit.
Yep.
All legit.
Yep. So then the following Monday, but he eventually texted me while I'm at the party. I texted him. I was like, "Are you going to come? Are you going to make it?" And he was like, "I'm not going to make it." I was like, "You suck. You suck balls or whatever."
Right.
So then I find out on Monday that he wasn't at the golf. tournament. He never even had to go and pick up Tyler because Carrie did. So he admits that he's just drinking with his buddies in his garage. And I was like, what the fuck, Kevin?
Right.
You've known about this. I literally came to your house like 2 weekends ago and we sat in your garage and had a drink and talked about it. So that is where I was more butthurt than anyone who says shit online, because I love Kevin. It was sad. He's somebody who I hold near and dear.
Somebody just texted into 585-206-8866. Oh my God. Bill is now going to be an elite level Instacarter. Ha ha ha. I enjoy the vast array of opinions, topics, and yes, I relate with a lot. Let me say, hang on. I relate with a lot of things you all talk about. I think you do pretty well interacting with texts and callers. Okay, good. No,
see, look at that interaction. Thank you for texting.
Thank you for texting. 585. I don't know who it was.
See, I love that.
Yeah. I do know Vinny's number, and it was not Vinny's number. I'll just say that. I know that it's Vinny's number. It was not Vinny's number.
But so then Kevin, like 2 days later, texts me and says, do you want to know the true story? So I'm like,
Vinny says, if they pull your hair, Laura, that means they like you. Just having fun, honey. Much love.
Thanks, Vinny. See? Love you.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love Laura, my hair. Oh, are you kidding me? It's in a ponytail today, but you can still pull it.
Okay. Well, that is where you can pull it.
Yeah. But so I told
you usually
Kevin,
pull it into two parts, and then you can pull her this way and that way.
I was wearing pigtails on Friday.
Not that I know anything about that at all.
So Kevin owes me an explanation, but he said he wants to do it over a drink. So I told him, all right, next time I'm in. So I thought he would be in tonight.
Okay. So he said to me, and I am going to spill this, Kevin, and I love you like a brother, seriously. Because he wrote me saying, and I'm going to paraphrase here. You've had 4 great shows this week. I don't want to be the 5th and fuck it up. And which was odd, right?
Yeah.
But I that's always Kevin's self-deprecating humor.
Yeah.
So I thought, all right, buddy. And so I write back and go, you never fuck it up. And I love when you're in and blah, blah, blah. And I call him because it was bothering me. It was bothering me because I go, this doesn't make any sense. So then I go, are you in or are you out? Yeah. And blah, blah, blah. And then I said, well, by the way, I don't know if you know, Laura's coming in. And he went, oh yeah, he goes, listen, I got a lot to do for the Canadian trip. We're not really speaking right now.
Oh my
and
God.
I went, who does that? So I'm like, he's hurt.
Well, so, okay.
By the way, I have a solution to our problem, but it's a little selfish.
Kevin constantly will text me at 8:00 at night on a weekend. What are you doing? And I already have plans. So
no shit.
I love hanging out with Kevin, but you have to plan ahead with me. I book up. And
you what?
I book up.
Yes.
Laura is one of these people.
Let me tell you, one of the greatest things you can learn to do in life is get out ahead of things. And Laura is fucking way out ahead of things. No, you are.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing. That's how you have a more balanced, happy life, because you can plan. And then when something doesn't go right, it doesn't throw the whole thing off course. Yeah. It just means, okay, so tonight that's this, but I still have this to look forward to and this to look forward to. Yeah.
Yeah. So he knew the plan was to party with me all day on the 17th. Then he didn't show up. So yeah, that sucked.
I know.
He's one of the people I care about.
I know.
So
I did say that.
Yeah. So, but it's not like I'm mad at him.
No.
I just, because then when
if Kevin was there, I think the party would have changed because the tough part.
That's the whole Billified crew.
Yeah, I know. The bad part is I had my son with me. Not bad. And let me rephrase that because that sounds awful. I had him with me, and I had him with me on purpose because there was some stuff going on, and I needed him there. I wanted to keep eyes on this guy. And he was not happy at first, and then totally warmed up, and then said to me later, because I did want to make sure that I showed up at Greg's thing because my other son was there. And I felt a little bad because your party was just at that point where it was like, oh, we're swinging into the area I like. And I knew.
And I was so good for the first few hours. I was so good.
Yeah, you were.
And even now I'm still like, I wish I remembered it.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Yeah. I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, Kevin, I don't even know where I was going. What was I going to say? Something. I'm thinking of other people are popping in my head.
Because I'm saying that I was bummed he wasn't there.
Yes,
I'm not like upset, but I was bummed.
No. Oh, so Jameson said to me when we got home, he goes, man, I wish we could go back. I had a great time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you did. He loved playing basketball with your son and his friend. It was 2-on-1.
Yeah.
And Jameson at once in a while, I mean, he's like 6'1", and these are 8. What are they? 8? 10 years old?
Yeah.
Okay. He's jumping up and it's like Shaq, just beating the ball out of there. But this one, whoever your son's friend was,
Colton.
I was like, so Colton's cocky.
Colton's cocky,
but he backs it up.
Yeah.
And your son is like a quiet assassin. He says nothing, and he's draining threes. He's like pass, and like he's got. And Jameson at one point goes, "They're starting to kill me. They're starting to kill me." But Jameson, every once in a while, would just go in and just dunk on him. Oh. But I mean, it was. He had a great time, and I'm like, yeah, I would have Ubered home.
Yeah,
but I can't do that in front of him. I can't get all stupid.
It happens.
It does happen, and
that's better than showing him to drink and drive.
It's 100%. You know what? That's a really good point. That's a really good point. We'll take a moment. By the way, Danny has a gift for you.
Oh,
right up here.
Oh, well, why do we need an Uber then? Or
I totally forgot.
He did text me,
but I can't. Who knows what it is? I can't drink your birthday gift.
Oh.
Although I will.
I was going to say, I think we will be opening it up. He did text me, though.
Who did text you? Danny?
Danny.
Yeah. Oh, no, you can't drink that with me. We got to.
Why not?
That's a Josh Reserve. Oh, Laura, that's you and Joe on a quiet night in front of
Joe doesn't drink red.
Oh, he doesn't?
No.
I'll pretend I'm going to pretend I'm Joe for a moment. Here we go. Woo!
Thank you, Dan and Beth. Love you guys.
Sex after divorce, reclaiming your inner freak. We get to that, right? What? After this.
I like it.